Okay, guys. Hello, guys. Happy Monday, right? So today the price of Pulse chain has collapsed significantly, and this is an unexpected. We see this huge red candle to the downside, and what's happening is that the ACC has started going after Richard Hart for releasing Pulse chain, Pulse X, and Hex, and that has caused a significant price crash. We see the price was sitting at about sack rate, right? And now we're close to half of the sack rate for Pulse, and Pulse X has gone down significantly. It's down about 80%. Now, I don't think that these price dips will last long because we know there's a few things that we know about these cases with the ACC. The first thing is that they take time. They take a lot of time. So what will happen is that things will just start to move on. There's going to be a lot of talk about this, a lot of people talking about this, but in a week, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks' time, I think this will not be spoken about as much. I mean, we've seen what happened with the Ripple case, right? There was a lot of talk about the Ripple case, but it still took a very long period of time for the case to get to where it is right now. So this thing, I think, yes, we see a lot of people jumping for the exits. That's why the price dipped. But I don't think that this is going to be an issue for the long term. Now, here's the thing. This is a good thing in terms of raising hype and awareness because we know that the highest of stakes is coming up in about 2 to 3 days. So this is possibly, if you've ever wanted a big bang with the highest of stakes coming out, this is it. And the highest of stakes, right, from the interview that I watched, it's going to be a fair show that shows both sides. So it's not going to be just a hype train for Hex and Pulse Chain. It's going to be looking at it objectively from what the producers are saying. And so let's take a look at what is exactly happening, right? SEC charges Hex founder Richard Hart with misappropriating millions of dollars of investor funds from unregistered crypto asset securities offering that raised more than 1 billion, right? Let's take a look at it. Washington DC, July 31st. The SEC commission today charged Richard Hart, aka Richard Schuler, and three unincorporated entities that he controls, Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX, with conducting unregistered offerings of crypto assets securities that raised more than $1 billion in crypto assets from investors. The SEC also charged Richard Hart, Pulse Chain, with fraud and misappropriating at least 12 million offerings to purchase luxury goods, including sports cars, watches, and the 555 carat black diamond known as the Enigma. Well, it's actually known as the Hex.com diamond. Right? So get your facts right, right? It's called the Hex.com diamond. Reportedly the largest black diamond in the world. Well, yeah, it is the largest black diamond in the world, right? According to the SEC's complaint, Hart began. So this is the outrage marketing, right? So he's getting sued for releasing these projects and also for the outrage marketing as well. According to the SEC complaint, Hart began marketing Hex in 2018, claiming it was first high-yield blockchain certificate of deposit, and began promoting Hex tokens as an investment designed to make people rich. Right, this is not exactly accurate, right? Yeah, well, it was not an investment, a cryptocurrency designed for price appreciation, right? So yeah, from at least December 2019 through November 2020, Hart allegedly offered and sold Hex tokens in an unregistered offering, collecting more than 2.3 million Ethereum, including through so-called recycling. So this is just to suggest that it didn't really collect 2.3 million, that some of the funds were re-entered into the adoption amplifier. The complaint also alleges that between at least July 2021 and March 2022, Hart orchestrated two additional unregistered crypto asset security offerings that each raised hundreds of millions of dollars more in crypto assets. It's alleged those funds were intended to support development of a supposed crypto asset network. Now, this is not so. He never claimed that those funds were going to be used to develop anything. In fact, he always said have no expectations of anything with it. And it's something that I've also said here. And when I say it, I don't say it as a disclaimer. It's true. He said that the sacrifice is a sacrifice. It's not going to be used for developing anything. And for me personally, I don't expect it to be used. But I do think that there are some people who have that expectation, but that is definitely not true. Now, so this is in essence what the case is all about. Now, this will definitely be taken to court. Now, what I hope that Richard mounts a strong defense to this, a strong legal team to fight this, and he has to be willing to spend millions of dollars, right? Now, I say that because sometimes he doesn't like spending too much, right? Doesn't like spending too much, but I hope he really forms a really formidable legal team to fight this, the same way that XRP did. And but all in all, I don't think this has a big impact on Pulse Chain. I don't think, because if even on in regards to Pulse Chain, he said he switched off his validators, so he's not doing any work on Pulse Chain. Now you could argue that possibly doing work on PulseX, because PulseX needs some kind of maintaining to happen. But yeah, there is that I don't think that there'll be any work in terms of Pulse Chain that he'll be doing. This is probably one of the reasons why there isn't that much more live streams again, because if every single word that you're saying is being scrutinized, and you have maybe 10 interns listening for every slight mistake you make to say something wrong, then yeah, maybe live streams might not be the best idea for him to do, because of those kind of attacks. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Overall, I think that I think if XRP won their case, there's no way that Pulse Chain that this case will be that Pulse Chain will lose this case. It seems like it will win it, but it will obviously need a very, very strong legal team to fight it. Now, the reason why I say I think it will win it, because they use words like invest, but he never said it's an investment, right? And he always used to say, have no expectations of profit from the work of others. He used to say all those disclaimers, and certainly words mean something, right? And you cannot ascribe meaning to things that because you want it to be an investment. You cannot say that because you want it to be an investment, therefore it is. Yeah, but all in all, if we look at the prices right now, my God, prices have really, really, really tanked. They've taken a huge beating, and I do think that we will recover. I mean, at this point, selling at these numbers, and look at the volume. The volume is at 110. Guess what? A few hours ago, when I was looking at the market, the volume was at 10 million. So a lot of people are trying to exit, but when everyone is exiting, it's just not the time to exit. It's just not. It's just definitely not. If you look at Hex, it's cheap. All these assets are very, very cheap. PulseShib as well. Let's take a look at PulseShib. PulseShib has dipped as well, because obviously most of these coins are bonded together. But we didn't really see any hardcore selling. Now, obviously, PulseShib is bonded with Pulse, right? So we do see a dip here as well. Significant dip. Almost the same dip as a little bit less than the dip because this is down, say, about 40%. Pulse is down about 50%. So yeah, it's holding strong, and we don't see that much. I mean, 4.3k volume, it's not that much, and the sell volume is not that different from the buy volume. So I think that PulseShib is only down because of the Pulse news. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Obviously, not financial advice, right? As I always say, right, cryptocurrencies are risky. You can get really, really wealthy, or you can get wrecked. But my non-financial advice opinion right now is that getting out of these numbers just doesn't make sense. Now is the time to just either stay and watch or double down, because I think at some point, either today or tomorrow, we should see a recovery, right? Because we will start to see either some people start getting into full force and dollar cost averaging now, or what what I wish we would have had, right, on the Pulse Chain ecosystem is a little bit more support from the crypto space, because obviously these things the rules are not unique for one project, right? So whatever consequences happen to one project will affect everything else in the crypto space. So anyway, guys, that's about it. I wasn't expecting to be making this kind of video today. In fact, I was just relaxing. And then you see, oh my God, I'm looking at the prices, and I'm seeing everyone is talking about on Twitter about this. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again next time.